Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. Like I said, it's a new day after I've watched the Snyder Cut. This is our new. I almost thought I was gonna make it actually because yesterday was quite a whirlwind. I didn't think I got the screener, but it was delayed for like 6 hours before we could actually watch Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I was getting like, oh man, I had popcorn, I had hot dogs, I ate up all the hot dogs, I ate up all the popcorn, and still haven't watched the movie. And I got rid of the kids still, but you know what? I had to pick them up, and the kids actually watched it with us. So we got to watch all 4 hours of Zack Snyder's Justice League last night. I did I guess you can call it a first non-spoiler, at least I hope, reaction and review, sort of a review. I won't have a full review until maybe tomorrow or the next day. I kind of feel that nobody's going to want to look at reviews until they actually get to watch it themselves when it comes out. But we'll see. I may just, throw that out there. And just put it out there. Non-spoiler review. So so that will be going out soon. And then a spoiler. For the spoiler review, I may do it on Saturday night. The Saturday live chat. Maybe I'll do a spoiler Saturday live. Just whatever you want to talk about. And I just give stuff away. But maybe. I'm not quite sure yet. But definitely a new day. And quite an exciting weekend we have in store for us. For Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I'm going to cover it all right here. But first, let's get into the other entertainment news topics today. The first one is this guy, Mena Massoud. And you're like, what is this about? Well, this is actually about Ezra Bridger. Now, Mena put on his Instagram that he says this, his picture of himself. Hey, just so you know, when I escaped, I won't hurt any of you. And so a lot of people are like, hey, what is that? What does that mean? But of course, Star Wars enthusiasts, especially Kessel Run Transmissions, who actually broke this story, seems to be right on the money, because Ezra says that line. Hey, just so you know, when I escaped, I won't hurt any of you. Almost in a way confirming that Mena is indeed either going to play him or testing out or doing auditions for. I like to think that, and I hope that he does get the part. I mean, I really feel bad for him, especially when it came out that he hadn't get any parts. He wasn't playing anything, and in a way, almost feeling like he's like being blacklisted for some reason after playing Aladdin. But now I'm really hoping that he does get the part, and good luck to him. So that's kind of crazy to think about. From Aladdin to Ezra. That's kind of interesting. But that is a little bit of Star Wars. Right. The next one is a movie that's coming out called Mortal Kombat. Yes, Mortal Kombat's got a new poster here. Looks pretty damn awesome. Looks great. You got Sub-Zero, you got Scorpion. Seemingly like these are going to put to the main big things, although I think maybe not, because it's all about Cole Young, who's somewhere around. Oh, here it is. Cole Young, who's actually the main character, a new character in Mortal Kombat lore, especially for this movie. But you have all these other characters right here. But of course, the most popular characters, I believe, in Mortal Kombat would definitely be Sub-Zero and Scorpion. At least it was for me, and I'm sure a lot of people as well, right? So, my favorite character is Scorpion and Johnny Cage. But Johnny Cage is not in here. So we're just going to have to rely on Cole Young at this moment. A little bit more on Mortal Kombat. They got this little teaser here that shows you 1 month. Mortal Kombat arrives in theaters and on HBO Max in 1 month. They are already promoting it 1 month, April 16th, HBO Max. And I'm really looking forward to this. And I will say little because it's kind of, I think it's less than 2 hours from what I understand. It's kind of like Godzilla vs. Kong, where like kind of less than 2 hours. After watching that, not Godzilla, Zack Snyder's Justice League, which I have it paused at a 2 hour and 60-minute mark, because after this video, I'm going to go back and watch Zack Snyder's Justice League for a second time. I can't wait to. So after this show, I will definitely do that, and I'll give you my full review, which I'm thinking about tomorrow to put that out. But this is Mortal Kombat. 1 month away. Get ready for, I'm hoping, a kick-ass movie. I'm really hoping it's going to kick-ass movie, and I think it will. All right. Next up is going to be about the Batman. Now we're getting to DC now. Last day, the Batman, and this is his, he put out this director's slate right here. His clapperboard right here, showing that this is the last date. And this is actually on the 12th, which was at that time when he tweeted it out, was the 13th. So that's definitely the last day. They've wrapped principal photography for the Batman. Finally, I mean, it's they should, because there's so many problems with COVID over there. It seems they've been delayed, but now they got it all wrapped up. It's ready to go, unless he has to do any reshoots, not sure. But that is the current situation with Matt Reeves, the Batman. So they're all done. It's over. And now I'm going into post-production. Another DC movie I want to talk about is Black Adam. Black Adam sets are now being built. Filming begins next month. The source is Van Zekian, blah, 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 on Instagram. And these are some pictures of that set, giant sets here. Little cool little architecture here. What I'm thinking is probably going to be maybe, is that like Egypt, I'm going to say. And also Grace Randolph, I don't have the tweet up, reported that they are definitely going with the Alien line, the Alien story version of Hawkman rather than the Egyptian version of Hawkman. So that's going to be interesting. I like that. I really think that's a better way to go. Science fiction is so cool and awesome, at least for me. And I think that version, Thanagarians, is much more compelling and much more interesting for me anyway, as in the modern take as well. So that is Black Adam, underway pretty soon. So next month, there's a lot of things supposed to be starting. The Black Adams, the Flash is going to start as well. And so we're going to see a lot more pictures and things set and things like that. So if you're intrigued by what's happening with Warner Brothers side of DC, there you have it. It's starting out soon. Okay, so that is Black Adam. Now we're getting to some Zack Snyder. So Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead meet Vanderhol and his zombie Killing Saw exclusive image. This is coming from Empire Online. Like I said, Zack Snyder's a brand now. He's always been a brand, but he's a bigger brand now. Now with Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and so on and so forth. Everything that he makes and drives conversation. So this week finally brings a rival the Snyder cut of Justice League, but there are plenty more cuts coming from Zack Snyder later this year. His zombie movie, Army of the Dead, will be an all-slicing, all-dicing bout of undead mayhem, sending a tactical team of mercenaries into a ravaged Las Vegas on a heist, along with some serious weaponry. And we're not just talking about bullets galore. Omari Hardwick's character Vanderhol, did I just say Vanderhol? That's hilarious. Is particularly taken with an epic jagged edge saw, ready to dish out some serious punishment to any zombie foolhardy enough to enter his vicinity. Take a look at it in this exclusive image seen in the new issue of Empire, on sale Thursday, 18 March. And available to pre-order online. So there you have it. That's a cool looking. That's like what is that? A shark or is it a jaguar or something? I don't know. I can't really see. Some kind of animal. That's painted on this giant saw thing. It's pretty cool. It's a rescue saw, really. Snyder tells Empire you could basically cut a car door off with it if you had to, or cut a hole in a wall to get away. But you could also kill a zombie. And that's going to happen, right? If most zombie films feature characters only just starting to come to terms with the undead apocalypse and therefore not so adept at dispatching them, the crew in Army of the Dead, led by Dave Bautista's Scott Ward, knows exactly how to handle themselves. These guys are just a little bit better at killing zombies than my team in Dawn was, explained Snyder. They were making up as they went along. Whereas in this movie, we arrived as expert zombie killers. It's incredibly fun to look at and design a world where this handful of amazingly gifted zombie killers are happy to ply their trade in a literal sea of dead. Literal sea of dead. Bring on the bright red zombie flood. Oh, I can't wait for this movie. It's one of my top movies that are coming out this year, including Mortal Kombat, Godzilla vs. Kong, of course, Zack Snyder's Justice League as well. But Army of the Dead on 2 genres, zombie genres and heist genre, and it's going to be pretty awesome. Also, I want to say it's very similar looking, at least to me, like Aliens, which is another movie I really like. So it's got everything in it. So I don't know, you can't go no wrong, I don't think. I think this is going to be a surefire winner. So that's Army of the Dead. All right, now we're getting to the Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is the most anticipated movie all these years. So at least for me and many others as well. So I thought this was kind of cool that Twitter Movies, the official Twitter Movies account on Twitter, had they changed their little banner here to be the Ben Affleck tweet release the Snyder Cut. I thought that was pretty damn cool. That is some cool stuff that they're doing over there. And just to be even further cool is the fact that, and I forgot to bring it up, but there's Scott McClellan pulled up, a few pictures from what looks like to be the Simpsons here. And I forgot to pull this up. I should have done it earlier. But he says here, words zeitgeist, picture in dictionary, Snyder Cut, at Snyder Cut HBO Max, designated protest. It was a scene in The Simpsons, and you see right there, unreleased the Snyder Cut. So they're calling these the troll protest zone. Designated unreleased the Snyder Cut. That's hilarious. So it's definitely out there. It's definitely in the zeitgeist. And thanks to Scott McClellan for putting that out. Another cool thing that I forgot to bring up. Hello. According to the behind-the-scenes cameraman of Justice League, Simon Furst, we are getting a 30-minute documentary for the making of Zack Snyder's Justice League along its release. Yes! So, this week had finally arrived for the Zack Snyder Cut. It's being released worldwide on Thursday, March 18th, along with a 30-minute documentary about the making of Justice League, which includes all my original, never-before-seen footage from the set and a major interview with Mr. Snyder himself. I can't wait to see this. I'm so happy it's finally going to be seen by all the fans that have made this unprecedented event. Filming the virtual premiere live this Wednesday, the 17th, Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Snyder Cut. A 30-minute documentary. Ooh, boy. I wonder what's that about, right? I mean, how much? Is it just the original Justice League that he shot back in 2016? Or is there more? Is it going to have a little bit of the additional photography as well? What is it the current interview, or it was the interview from the past? I'm wondering all about this. It's going to be awesome to see a documentary about the making. This is something I've always wanted to know more about. You see behind the scenes and stuff, but it was so truncated and chopped up. They try to, I remember watching the original 2017 theatrical. They're behind the scenes and they're like, oh, here's Zack Snyder here and there, and then a lot of it you don't even see Zack Snyder. So I want to see him in action. I want to see him shooting stuff. I want to see him directing stuff. I want to see that entire thing. So I can't wait to see a bit about that as we get into the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League. So that's an awesome little bonus feature for all of us. So get ready for that. I'm really, it's really going to be so awesome. All right, you saw my headline. I want to talk about something that most people said, don't even talk about that, right? But there are also a lot of people who are interested in it, whether or not you like it or not, but there are people interested in it, and that is Rotten Tomatoes. Yes, the Rotten Tomatoes score has now currently settled at 78% fresh, with 124 reviews. That is actually quite different from all his other movies. And it's actually a lot, it's like 30 something, maybe 40% higher than the 2017 theatrical Justice League cut. So yes, Rotten Tomatoes is an aggregate site that pulls together reviews and tries to determine which one's positive, which one's negative, and then puts a little score on it. I don't quite care for Rotten Tomatoes, and a lot of people don't as well. but there's still a majority, especially the mainstream general audiences do care about it. And so it does kind of matter that it is good on there as well, even though it means nothing for the success, but it just means that someone will click on it. Someone will be like, oh, that's interesting, because they are sheep. But sorry. But it does sometimes matter to a lot of people, and people are curious to know what the score is, right? I mean, that's just the way it goes. But if you don't care about the score, please go on and fast forward. But I am going to talk about it. 78% so far. Critics' consensus, Zack Snyder's Justice League lives up to its title with a sprawling cut that expands to fit the director's vision and should satisfy the fans who willed it into existence. Meaning we love it. We will love it, absolutely, and I absolutely adore it. I love it. It is the best comic book movie ever. Okay, I just had to scream that out. But it's amazing to see a shift in a lot of people. In fact, Gail Simone, who usually doesn't give a fair shake for Zack Snyder stuff. To be fair, though, nothing really true Zack Snyder movie has come out at this capacity until now, and so she loved this movie. I was shocked. She was like, Gail Simone, she's defending this movie. She's our newest weapon. She's going against other negative reviews right now and calling that shit. And I'm like, wow, Gail Simone just is like one of our biggest defenders of Zack Snyder's Justice League now. That's kind of awesome. So yeah, I mean, definitely they will race behind you, Zack, and they will join you in the sun. And definitely there's a lot of people doing that right now. In fact, one of the reviews I certainly loved looking at, just the headline itself, Roger Ebert, 3.5, Zack Snyder's Justice League. This 4-hour cut is the kind of brazen altruist vision that Martin Scorsese was calling for when he complained, rightly, that most modern superhero movies don't resemble cinema as he's always understood and valued it. Wow, big words right there. And that's so fair, because it's like I was saying in my little reaction, it's beyond a comic book genre. This is something impactful and important, and it resounds with artists everywhere. It's just so much more compelling and unforgettable as other properties, and it's amazing. It's immaculate. It's huge. And for him to say that Martin Scorsese was calling for, I love this. This is exactly what it is. This is exactly the words you should talk about when you talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League. This is more than just a superhero movie. Others can enjoy this and appreciate its mythological message here. It's down to earth. It's natural, emotional. Glory of intense proportions. There's just so many big words I want to use for this big fucking movie. It's limitless in its understanding right now. But anyway, you all get to see it on 18th if you haven't yet. But it is quite amazing to see a lot of different reviewers, a lot of different reviews are giving it a fair shake and definitely giving it positive. There's going to be the ones that are certainly negative, but there's so far and fewer between now, less so than when it's back in BVS. And it is amazing to see that. Very, very much amazing. And, and for anybody who's keeping track, this has gone higher. It was started off like 71. Now it's at 78. I don't know what it's going to get to until they consider it fresh or not. It did beat, I think it beat Aquaman. The score beats a lot of movies, actually, quite a few bit of movies, but it is the best score that Zack Snyder's ever gotten on this shitty site. But it's good to see that, because that's what the mainstream looks at, because they're sheep and that's all they see. But that's okay, if they come on board with it and just by looking at the score and they start to watch it and click on HBO Max, I call that a win. I call that a win indeed. Grace has a few things to say. Tinfoil? I don't know. I love everyone's enthusiasm regarding Restore the Snyderverse, as I've told you, due to overwhelming hype for Snyder Cut. Suddenly, Warner Brothers, etc., are interested. Really, are they really? Are they really? Because they fucked up the first time. Those guys fucked up the first time around, and I think they know it now. It's just to get them to go beyond their ego, right? But no further movement until they see how it actually performs, which is very important. So watch it Thursday or this weekend. The time is now. Deliver. Step up, bro. John Cena. You can't see him. He's not even there. But it's like it's definitely the weekend. It's like every other big motion blockbuster motion picture. Is that the first weekend is always important, right? They call it the box office opening weekend for a reason, because that's the big that's the opening weekend. That's the most important, because it always goes downhill from there or stays on track. But that's the one that puts out on headlines. Oh, the box office was this much. It's this much. We got to make that huge, and so definitely, I know you're all waiting to watch it on Thursday. Please do. Once it comes on, watch it. Next day, watch it again. Get 4 hours into it. Or pause it whenever you get. But definitely get into that this whole weekend. Make it a Zack Snyder's Justice League celebration. We've been fighting for 4 fucking years. Let's go watch it now and watch it over and over and over and over. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about it on Saturday. So definitely, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be incredible. I'm also going to be on Daily Film Junkies on Friday. That's going to be a spoiler discussion as well. So if you haven't watched it by Friday, don't go on there. But if you have, please join us, because we're going to go hours and hours talking no end about this movie and the implications it has for the possible future of the Snyderverse living on HBO Max. So hopefully that happens. But until then, we got to make it happen. Okay? Just like the Snyder Cut. We made it happen. We got to do this too. We got to restore the Snyderverse. And the only way we can do that is to make Zack Snyder's Justice League as successful as possible. So at least, that to them was impressive. To Suits were impressive. And so that's great. That impressed them. But now we got to get the numbers. We got to get the numbers from the clicks and the viewings and the watch time for Zack Snyder's Justice League. And it all starts this weekend. Like I said, it all starts this weekend. Zack Snyder's Justice League tomorrow, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We kick off the official digital red carpet premiere of the Snyder Cut. And I want to play this video because it's actually a little bit different from last time, which is pretty cool. Hold on.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, talking to you from a secret location for a secret project on behalf of a certain hotly anticipated film premiere. Am I being coy enough, Zach?
I'm honestly not at liberty to say, Kevin.
No, well, I am. Join me and Zach live Wednesday night, March 17th at 8 p.m. Pacific for the digital red carpet premiere of Zack Snyder's Justice League. I've said too much, haven't I?
That was hilarious. I like their little skit there. But red carpet premiere, watch the event live on the official Snyder Cut Facebook, Twitter, or the HBO Max. They're not going to play the movie. Okay, this is just a premiere with Zack Snyder, Kevin Smith, and Joelle Monique, and more. I don't know who more is. I'm kind of hoping that cast members show up, but you know what? From what I've heard is that they've managed all the monies about to appear and market the movie during the original Justice League. So that if anything happens, it'll be their own sure will. But of course, their reps probably going to say, "Well, why are you doing that? Because you're not getting paid." But it's still cool to see it happening. And if we restore the Snyderverse, they'll definitely be paid for the next one. And then so the next one, they'll definitely be on board, marketing, championing it, sharing images and things like that, and talking about it. They'll definitely absolutely do that for the next one. So don't worry about that. So that's tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow. And also, when does it come out, though? When does Zack Snyder's Justice League comes out? Well, on 3/18, it's been revealed that it will come out at midnight, 12 a.m. on 3/18. Okay, well, actually, it's 3/17. So that would be, let's see. So it will be on 3/7 so the morning of the 18th. So it'd be Thursday at 12 a.m. I'd say, yeah, okay, there you go. That's what. So it's gonna be definitely to be tomorrow. If you want to stay up, you can. For me, it will. I'm already watching it, but this will probably go out. My screener will go out, and then I'll get to watch it on HBO Max right soon, right after. So that's not a problem for me. I'll probably wait until this so I can watch on HBO Max and give them a click. I don't know if the screener counts as a click. That's why. So I want to make sure I want to click it so that's already on HBO Max. I'm going to click it there. And it's going to be, so midnight, so that would be like 9 p.m. my time. So that's not too bad. 9 p.m., 4 hours. Yeah, I could watch it until 1 a.m. It's no problem. Because it moves so quickly. It moves so quickly. You're not going to want it to end. I could be honest. I could see another hour of that. I could get another hour of that. I was like, once it's getting towards the end, I'm like, no, it's almost ending. No, I don't want it to end. I just want to continue. That's how I felt. But anyway, for everybody else, HBO Max is your first time. Go get it, man. Go get it. Maybe sleep the night before. Fuck sleep. You know, when do you sleep? Come on. What do you need sleep for? But yeah, midnight. And you'll get to see that. There's also one last thing. Join on Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the official Zack Snyder's Justice League Watch Party screening. I'll be dropping in for a bit to answer some of your questions live before this screening. RSVP it there. So you can click on it here for all those asking about attending the Snyder Cut Watch Party outside of the U.S. So this is for your international folks. You click on here, how to join. So you click on here, and it goes to how to join the Snyder Cut Watch Party. This is okay. So this is for international attendees. Before the party, go to snydercut.scener.com on your mobile device and RSVP for the party to save your spot. Okay. And then day of the party at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, return to snydercutscener.com and click the join party button. Okay, there you go. Watch along on a second device using the time code at the top of the party display. So you don't necessarily need to have HBO Max, I think, for this one. Although for the other one, I think they want you to have the HBO Max. But I think international you can do without it because you're just having a watch party with Zack at the same time, and it has the timer there, so you're synced manually with what you're watching. So definitely that's going to be kind of awesome to see, and it's great. Yeah. So let's finish up the trilogy, and hopefully there's another 2 more movies. But at least for now, we had a Man of Steel watch party with Zack. We had a Batman v Superman watch party with Zack. Let's get a Zack Snyder's Justice League watch party with Zack. So that's going to be pretty awesome to see. And, he'll probably give us a little bit more information of what we're looking at. Probably. It's kind of like a commentary, I would believe. And that'll be pretty exciting as well. So it's going to be an incredible weekend. It's going to be an amazing weekend. I can't wait for you guys all to see this movie. I can't wait for you to all shout out on Friday, probably. When you watch this, I bet you the first thing you're going to say is Restore the Snyderverse. The first thing you're going to say is Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, please. And you're going to shout that out on Twitter. I bet you. I know you because I did. I'm on Restore the Snyderverse right now. So it's just come on. That's a no-brainer at this point. Look at that. Look at this. It's going to be, I don't know. Definitely there's a lot of energy going on here, and I'm going nuts here, but I'm sure everybody's going to feel that same amount of energy that I do, and you're going to be so fucking grateful. You're going to be so fucking happy, and you're going to be blown away by this epic movie. And you're going to be like, I can't believe what I fucking saw. This is just it's just what it is. All right, well, let's get into the members' comments and questions now. I understand I might have a lot, on here, so let's get to it right here. Like I said, if you want me to read your comment or question on the show, please join down as a member down below. Thank you to all the members who are putting all these comments and questions. Let's see, Amparo. So, if each movie has to be at least 20 minutes longer than the prior one, Justice League 2 and 3 better be miniseries. Yeah, I hope it is. But, maybe not. Maybe there's enough there, to warrant a movie, per se. Because I think if it's a Nightmare Vision, it's going to be a little bit more closer knit, a little bit more, especially one of the storyboards where they said Justice League 2 was going to be a little bit more character driven. We don't need all this special effects and stuff like that. It's more character driven. Then they could possibly do something with that in terms of movie form. But now it's streaming, so it really doesn't matter if it's 4 hours or whatever. It seemingly works out. You see a lot of reviewers out there. It's like, I've seen it like 5 times. You did? Wow. In that amount of time, you saw it 5 times? I'm like, that's cool. That means, it's no problem going through 4 hours and watching it again, At 20 minutes, I am definitely a fan of films that makes me think. The older I get, the more I want to have an experience that washes over me, that I can discuss with others. To call myself a cinephile is a bit pompous, but ever since I started going out of my way to watch films that mess with my head and DVDs with director, writer commentary, I have loved film more and more. Thank you, Zack Snyder. Yes, definitely indeed. And I share your exact feelings like that. Same. You, me, same. I realized after March 18th, we will come to the end of a chapter in our lives that first started in 2017. With sweet memories it has brought us. Now on to a new dawn of speculating what new Snyderverse movies will come out next. I know, right? It's going to be another a chapter in our lives, and hopefully it does actually continue until Zack says absolutely not, stop doing it, stop preaching. But I kind of feel like he's also waiting to see how big this thing can actually be. At 35 minutes, yeah, in respect to Diana in Flash, Google is an algorithm. So it will sometimes show someone attached to a film based upon user searches, questions, and stuff, confirm cast information. Oh, there you go. There's your answer. Pretty fly for a Filipino guy. We were all positively in denial. I'm sorry to hear that friends abandon you over it. Just chalk up to another Warner Brothers casualty. Oh, you actually watched? Okay, so he watched my reaction to that non-spoiler review reaction, and it was cringe as fuck. Should I delete it? No, kidding. Haha, yes, you will be changed, man, after watching Zack Snyder's Justice League. That New York Times article is a great read. So many amazing truths and lessons in there. I love it because it's just a fact that trying to copy the tone of Marvel with films like Aquaman, Wonder Woman 84, Shazam, Birds of Prey was always a big mistake. There's a difference between pop, cam, porn, and candy movies that are made by committee that you forget about the next day, and movies that dig deep into your soul, have something to say. Zack is 100% class. I love his positive attitude. He's a great role model just as a human being. What a guy. He's lost so much and has given so much to others. These critics that bashed him in 2016 probably feel real guilty right now. They really suck. The fandom is the best ever. Warner Brothers Pictures leadership, Warner Media, and DC Films better learn from the past mistakes of the previous leadership team, or they will continue to struggle to gain the favor of the public. It's no secret. They know they fucked up, and the public now knows in great detail how much they fucked up too. All the cards are on the table now. The big question is, what is AT&T gonna do? They have the power to make the right decision and change the narrative, because I don't know if Warner Brothers Pictures can recover from the damage done to their brand as a studio in regards to this situation. This new article combined with the articles from Vanity Fair make the Warner Brothers execs come off as evil, greedy, unfeeling bastards that impatiently follow trends and abuse people in the process. I'm sure this all has been a PR nightmare for them. If that's the case, then good. They deserve it. We should all thank Ray Fisher for risking himself and putting out the right narrative, because so many people questioned, criticized, and berated him for coming out the way he did. Now everybody believes him. Go figure. Real talk. I don't care how good The Flash will be or not be. We all know it's not Zack Snyder's vision, which we can all agree is 100% better. So I always have to say that even something's happened in a movie and you're like, I don't think Aquaman is the real vision either. Cullen Hayes, you're absolutely awesome, Chris. I salute you on everything you helped accomplish. We Snyder fans are so lucky to have this movie. Really hope you enjoyed the movie, bro. And I did. Like I said, this is the comments to the video that the last daily show before I watched the Snyder Cut. I don't think we'll see the red crosses. Yeah. I'll give you that. You don't see the red crosses. So, no, that's definitely Manhunter. Garza was right for once. Hey, Chris, since you've seen the movie now, tell us, did you revise your list? I did! In terms of movies? Yeah. So I'm on Letterboxd, and I did a review for that, and I rearranged my list of DCU films. I'm sorry, Batman v Superman. We've just been topped. Zack Snyder's Justice League is now my favorite, absolute favorite DC film of all time. Hi, Chris. Hey, wait, have you peeled yourself of the ceiling? As I know when you see this comment, you have watched Zack Snyder's Justice League. So happy they got to see it early, and I'm happily waiting for Thursday. All the clips and teasers have been magical, and they have whetted my appetite. Now, don't watch too much anymore. They're getting a little bit spoiler territory right now. It happens with all these films for some reason. They just can't keep their trap. But try to avoid it. I really can't put into words how excited I am to see this film. I've covered all my bases within VPN, HBO Max sub, and now TV sub, so that my two girls and I can watch together from different locations over a Zoom call. Oh, that's so nice. I hoped. Well, I don't need to hope. I know that you will enjoy the film. Even the naysayers have turned. It's amazing. Restore the fucking Snyderverse. Let's go! Yes. I'm sure you all see my reaction now. I'm so jealous. Don't be. Your time will come tomorrow. It's tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow midnight. So actually one more day. Have fun, Chris. Enjoy the taste of victory. Let's fight for the rest soon after. You betcha. You bet your ass I'm going to fight for the next one. Hell yeah. I'm going to rally the troops, which are you guys. But I don't need to rally because once you see this, you're going to be saying it anyway. Once everybody sees this, even the freaking critics are like, we need more. We're like, restore the Snyderverse, please. Chris, half the fun of this whole experience is being able to watch your daily enthusiasm for Zack Snyder's Justice League and seeing everything just come together so perfectly. Thursday will be an emotional day for a lot of fans. Your contribution to the fandom is very much appreciated and respected. Thank you, brother, for all you do. P.S. Yeah, who likes boring, run-of-the-mill popcorn movies? No one remembers them. Got you, bro. Thanks, man. Thank you so much, Raj. Hey, Chris, now that you've seen it, how do you rank it against Man of Steel BVS? It just beat it. It beat it. Yeah, it's you. Sorry, Batman, Superman, and Man of Steel. So now it's like Zack Snyder's Justice League, BVS, Man of Steel. That's how it goes. And I'm watching it a second time. Right now. Like I said, I'm 2 hours in. Hey, Chris, the cliffhangers aside, does Zack Snyder's Justice League seem providing a satisfying conclusion to the arcs of the characters so far since Man of Steel? Basically, if you were simply taking away said big cliffhanger, could it be like a satisfying conclusion to a trilogy? Yes. Actually, yes. Yes, it can be a satisfying conclusion to the trilogy, but the cliffhanger makes it mean like there's definitely more. Like it's definitely like I want to say, because I don't feel, I loved it and stuff, but I didn't feel satisfied that was the end. You know what I mean? Like I wanted more, and everybody I talked to is like, yeah, of course we want more, because it definitely alludes to more. It's not like, I mean, in a way that cliffhanger may not have, but I want to say too much. I want to say too much. But in terms of the arcs of the character, it buttons up nicely, but there is that thing. Like, I want to say two things that just makes you like, oh, okay. There's actually multiple things. You're kind of like, I need to know more. So I checked my email, and it turns out I had been invited to the screener event with Zach on Thursday as an associate producer. Didn't have to put in the request beforehand. See you there, Chris. See you there, man. See you there. I never took Shiraz as a braggart, watching it multiple times, but I'll allow it. I'm sure you, Chris, are watching it as I'm posting this. I'm not bitter. Quite the contrary. I'm over the moon for all who get to watch it today. Just give me till Thursday, and I will be bragging about my 24-hour Snyder binge. Hot dog friend for life. You know, the cool thing about Shiraz is he is now writing for CNN. Dude, that guy went up. Fuck Forbes. There's idiots keeping on Scott Mendelson over Shiraz. What a bunch of idiots. But anyway. Hey, Chris, now that you've watched Zack Snyder's Justice League, can you officially confirm that 2018's Aquaman is not part of Zack's canon, visually and maybe narratively? And how do any of the other DC films post-JL potentially fit into the Snyderverse, if any of them do at all, without spoiling? Okay, well, I just alluded to Aquaman just now. There are a few things that in the dialogue that clearly states that the 2018 Aquaman does not fit in this universe. Other things too. I mean, the one you see in the trailer, the Trident too. So, yeah, sorry to say that, but watched it and heard that part again. I'm like, oh, okay. So, James Wan Aquaman is not part of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Sorry, I'm just, yeah. That to me, that's yeah. Not to me, but it's just they plainly just say it. Other DC films post JL potentially fit into there. Okay, I don't know about the Gotham stuff. You know what? Actually, I do know about the Gotham. I mean, it depends, because this movie happens a few weeks after Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I don't really know what's happening in Gotham to say that Birds of Prey is correct. But I do know Shazam, unless Shazam takes place after Justice League 3 or something, then Shazam does not come after this movie. I'm sorry. So Zach's right. None of those films really connect to this at all. I'm sorry. So if you want to say the Snyderverse, well, actually, aside from David Ayers, I'm not quite sure about David Ayers, but it could probably fit in. I think David Ayers' Suicide Squad could definitely stick with it. Only because, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. But, it's not thinking big or anything. I mean, you saw Joker, but the stuff he talks about is interesting. So I think in terms of that, David Ayers' Suicide Squad, yes. The first Wonder Woman, yes. And then, but that's it. Not 1984. Definitely not 1984, especially when you see the stuff that she does in there. Yeah. Not Aquaman either. I thought it was, but not even. Even though it visually doesn't look the same, I thought, okay, maybe that's just a visual aesthetic, but no. Narratively, that just doesn't. It kind of works, but the stuff in the dialogue, you're connecting it together. I'm like, oh, well, that's impossible for that to work in Aquaman then. So yeah, sorry. Dang, all these reviews got me jumping for Zack Snyder's Justice League joy. This is a week made in Snyder heaven. Thank you, Zack. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, HBO Max. Keep that hype engine release. Restore the Snyderverse. Hell yeah, man. Clicked immediately. Well, thanks for clicking. Oh, this is my reaction. I hope it wasn't cringe, man. I haven't read any reviews of comments of that because I was too afraid. I think people were like, dude, you need to speak up or stop pausing, or I don't know. Couldn't be more happier. I was a week eagerly waiting for this. Well, thank you, Karan Prasad. Let's see. Why is it not moving? So glad it lived up to every expectation you had, and more so wholesome to see your reaction. I hope I get the same enjoyment. Roll on Thursday. So happy for you, Chris. Well, thank you, man. I really hope. I can't wait to see your guys' reactions to it with us. Overcome with emotion. Young Chris is glorious. It is to witness. I wish I was still young. I cannot wait to see it. I know you can't. I know you all can't. Man, I felt the same way. The difference between this review with the one from 2017 is night and day. No hint of denial here. Yeah, no denial, nothing. It's true. It's over 9,000. Chris needs a bro hug, man. If you were here, I'd be hugging everybody. I want to watch this with everybody. If all the fans, like another SnyderCon, man, we'd be like hugging and cheering and having drinks right now. You know, why did I do this? I don't smoke. But yeah, we're drinks and stuff for Autumn Restore the Snyderverse. Yeah. It's no secret. Once you saw that for Autumn, you're like, oh, that hit me. Like, and the Hallelujah song with Alison Crow. So, yeah. So happy you saw it, Chris. Your reaction was the one I was most waiting for. My wife and I both entered the competition for tickets to see a film at IMAX. Oh, damn, dude. So you probably have already seen it already. Oh, damn, I envy that. I want to see this in IMAX so bad. But last it appears, oh, neither of us won. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Looks like it will be on TV on Thursday, 6 p.m. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Well, hopefully you'll get a chance to see it in IMAX soon. Welcome to the Multiple Watch Zack Snyder Club. We did it, bro, a 4-hour masterpiece. Yes. Michael Serlemathalier got to watch it. Hype, 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 hype. Sandy Region warms the heart to see this reaction. I've been waiting for this reaction as much as I've been waiting for the movie. Wow. I appreciate it, Sandy, man. That's cool of you. Thank you so much. Kevon Merrill. I love Chris and his content because he's a huge, dumb nerd like many of us. Reminds me of my comic book club in high school. That's awesome, man. That's good. Yeah, I'm a huge, big, dumb, old nerd. Older nerd. Well, I don't know. Maybe our age means nothing that nowadays. It's been a long fight. Now let's all gather to celebrate from Thursday into the weekend. Thank you, Chris, for all your hard work and contribution in making this possible. You definitely deserve to have been one of the first to see it. Oh, man, no. It's like I'm just happy to celebrate with all of you. We all did it, man. We all did it. Chris, trailer number 2 already over 4 million views. Do you think it's possible now with the impending success of Justice League and Kiersey Clemens back as Iris that the Flash film will acknowledge the Snyder continuity? I'm really hoping because I do not ever want to see the goofy portrayals of Batman and Flash ever again. That is a good question. Although they are, recasting Henry Allen. And he was really good in that. A lot more dialogue than we had in the 2017. So that's kind of sad. But it may just put it out there. It could possibly. But for better or worse, it sounds like Warner Brothers really trying to diverge away from that. But that's okay because I don't care what they do. They can do whatever universe. If we're really going to call this multiverse. By the way, they call it. There is that word within this movie. By the way, Zack Snyder's Justice League. They say someone says multiverse, but it really does like. I really think that they should be allowed. Zack should be allowed to continue this. Without impeding with the Flash. We'll join you in the sun soon. Restore the Snyderverse. Chris, after seeing it, would it say the trailers gave most of the big parts away, or is there much more we've seen in the trailers? Depending on how many trailers you've seen, I'd say if you stopped at the Nightmare Dark Side and seeing the Omega Beams, then you should stop there. Like after that, I don't know what came out. I haven't seen it, but there was a lot there. But there is still a lot in the movie that I'm like, whoa. What is this? I'm like, I've never seen this movie. The backbone of it is kind of the same, but there's just so much more to it, and so much more, a hell lot more action, a hell lot more dialogue, bringing these characters back, like Wonder Woman. Finally, it's back to the Wonder Woman we loved in BVS and more. Like you've got the compassion from her as Wonder Woman in Wonder Woman 1, but you've got the brutal, the kick-ass, badass version of Wonder Woman from BVS as well. So I think this is probably incredible, return of the Wonder Woman we all love. So I'll say that. Your reaction was the one I was waiting for the most. So glad you had such a great time with it. I ended up having to work Thursday, so I can't watch it till Thursday night. Oh man, but it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be that reward from leaving work and getting to sit on the couch and watch. It's gonna be very, very good and very, very promising. Nope, someone's trying to text me here or DM me or something. I have so many texts I didn't get to, so many DMs. I'm so sorry. Monday night, watched Man of Steel on HBO Max, hoping for an extended cut in the near future. Tuesday night, watching BVS Ultimate Edition on HBO Max, hoping for an extended cut in the near future. Wednesday night, was planning on watching Wonder Woman HBO Max, but the virtual red carpet has changed things. Will that event be immediately before the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League? I think so. Anyway, though I have these films on DVD and Blu-ray, I thought I'd break in my new Roku device a little bit before the big day. Yeah, might as well. Drive those clicks to HBO Max, you know. My friend, I'm really glad you had a blast watching. Yes, the fandom needs to turn its attention to two things now. Release the Ayer cut, and restore the Snyderverse. 1 down, 2 to go. I just got 2 questions. Did we get the return of badass warehouse beat down Batman, and how did Martian Manhunter look? Warehouse Batman fight is probably in BVS is probably still going to be the best you've ever seen Ben Affleck fighting as Batman. I'll give it that. And Martian Manhunter, he looks good. I mean, I like it. I mean, you could kind of tell that you probably could use maybe a few months more work on it. But to me, I was so indulged and so engulfed in the whole thing that it didn't really come across as like, I didn't like it or I didn't find it believable. But it's great to see Harry Lennox being that now. It's pretty awesome. Couldn't wait to wake up and see your initial reaction at Chris Wong double rainbow moment. I remember that video. YouTube was like, it's a double rainbow. What does it mean? I'm so hyped now. Thursday can't come fast enough. Cheers, everyone. True tears. I love it, brother. I can tell it's going to be great. And seeing your reaction and how humbled and honored your words was spoken just makes it all worth it in the end. Can't wait till the 18th. Real talk. For autumn, restore the Snyderverse. Restore the Snyderverse. But thanks, Jen. I've read that there will be a making of documentary of Zack Snyder's Justice League coming out same day, March 18th on HBO Max. I got a confirmation that will also be available on HBO Nordic. We don't have HBO Max yet. Yeah, but HBO Nordic, that's where you get to see it. So that's awesome. Congratulations. Just when I thought I couldn't get more excited for this, you done pulled it off. Congrats, Chris. We all know how much this especially means to you. OG Snyder Soldier, Restorer, Snyder Cut, or Snyderverse. Thanks, Zach P. Appreciate it. Hiding TK. Speaking of BVS, I admit I was one of the people who didn't care much care for it. I mean, I liked it, but loved Man of Steel more. My reasons were I'm a huge Superman fan. I find it impossible for him to lose to bats. I did not like the Lex betrayal. I would have loved to have seen the process of Lex finding out Supes and Bat's identity. However, after watching Ultimate Edition, I've grown to like BVS a lot, almost as much as Man of Steel. I still would like to see how Lex knew their identities. Now, I can't wait till 3/18 to see if Zack Snyder's Justice League will take the lead away from Man of Steel. Your response is making me think Zack Snyder will do just that. So I've always thought that the theatrical version of BVS was a Batman film anyway. And I didn't have a problem with him losing to Batman. I knew that was going to happen because it's Superman. He was going to pull his punches anyway. He's not going to the only reason why Batman won is because Superman pulled his punches. Like, he could have took him out exactly that. But wait now. What happens if we get a fully brutal Superman and he doesn't even know Batman or remember him, or he's just totally like that? What happens? Find out on Zack Snyder's Justice League. I was surprised at Lex portrayal, but he grew on me after like 2 watches only, and I grew to love it. But yeah, Lex finding out Supes and Bats, it wasn't a problem for me. I guess he's the most smart, who's one of the smartest mans, is just as smart as Batman, maybe even more diabolical. I felt that he would have known that right away. And I was, I felt that was not a problem that he would have known right away. He's smart, he's not dumb. So, but that's cool. But that's awesome that you you start to love it more. Can't wait to see what your reaction is for Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is happening. It's happening, guys. Man, I can't wait for you guys to see this movie. This is going to be so freaking awesome. I can't wait to see all your reactions to Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I know, like I said, over and over, once you see this movie, you're going to be chanting out, "Restore the Snyderverse." You're going to want to see more. You already want to see more already, but it's going to make you even more, much, much more anticipating, wondering what's coming next. And hopefully, it leads to something next. I definitely hope so. Like my wife, when we turned it off, my wife is like, "That can't be it, right? That can't be the end. There's got to be more." And I'm like, "I hope so. I really hope so." I really hope so. Okay, well, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on. By the way, there's shirts down below. Thanks to certain people who bought the Zactivated shirt. I truly appreciate it. My wife made all the designs on the bottom. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. And maybe next time, you've already seen it. Wait. Yeah. Oh, no, not yet. Yeah. Yeah, maybe next time you've already seen it. I don't know why I paused on that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.